Hey guys, ready for my day. Anything, life, NASCAR. So, yesterday we had an ARCA race, which was actually pretty exciting. Noah Gragson led majority of that race, like half that race. And he fell back because he got a pit road penalty. Shocker, shocker, the pit road guys always screw something up for my driver. So, an uncontrolled tire issue, and they were never able to get back up front. So, he ended up finishing 10th, which I guess is not bad. Oh my God, there's something in my eyeball. Anyway, Harrison Burton, 17 years old, won that race in the number 12 car. It seems like the number 12 had a pretty good day yesterday. The 12 of Blaney got the pole, so that was exciting. That's my dad's favorite number, so that's his driver, I guess you can say. So that was exciting. I like seeing Blaney do well. That's his 4th career pole and second one of the year. His first one was at Las Vegas, where obviously Kevin Harvick won that race, but hopefully this time around Blaney can pull off his 2nd career win at the place where he got his 1st career win. So that'd be nice to see. But hopefully Chase can have a better run this week, since last week didn't go so well at Charlotte, where I thought we should have run the all-star package at the Cook 600, which would have made for much better racing instead of having Busch dominate the entire race and lead like almost 8-9 seconds. Like, it's ridiculous. So Blaney, yes, qualified on the pole, and of course the two drivers he beat last year for that race. So Kevin Harvick and Kyle Busch. So it should be an exciting race. I'm just getting ready for my day. Got a lot to do today. Gotta go home and do some chores, and then I got work tonight, which should be fun. I got called into work last night, which I'm not surprised about. But it was an interesting night, to say the least. I interacted with some interesting characters at work. I always seem to do. Well, so I work tonight from 6:30 to 10:30, and I work Sunday afternoon. So I will get some of the race in on Sunday, at least majority of it. Hopefully it's a better race than last week, because that was a shit show and no one really liked it. So, well, mainly because it was boring and led by one driver the entire time. So, and of course, that's my thing is my mom likes Kyle Busch mainly because he drives the Skittles car sometimes, and she loves Skittles. So, other than that, I got her a Kyle Busch shirt last time I was at Phoenix. So that was interesting. I was not happy about getting it, but other than that, Yep. Right now, just getting ready for my day. Got work tonight. Watch some of the Xfinity race where Chase is in it, running the 23 car. He's filling in for Spencer Gallagher. Yeah, HMS didn't do all that well, but hey, they all got into at least the top 20 in qualifying. The Chevys are still working. They're grinding. They did pretty well at Charlotte. They were mixing it up. Up front, Jimmy Johnson was looking like his old self, running up in the top 10 and finishing in the top 5. Yeah, Jamie Mack was insane. Like he was pulling his teammate up on the wall, like right in the wall the entire night. And yeah, that Jeff Ganassi has got their speed figured out. Yeah, it was a pretty good race for Chevys. Chevys are stepping their game up. So I'm not surprised at this point that they're stepping it up. It's really nice to see. Just hopefully we get a different winner than just Harvick or Busch. But I really want to see team get going. Yeah, it's going to get more exciting. I feel like the second half of the season is going to be better for the Chevys because they'll have it like figured out and all that. So Larson's a good driver, don't get me wrong. I'm just not a fan of his, but he is extremely talented. And if he wins, that's great. I just need another Chevy driver to win. 42 will win again, trust me. He has 5 wins of his career so far, and no doubt he'll win this again this season. So I'm not worried about that. But what I do want to kind of rant about is anytime Blaney does something like accomplishes something, like won the pole after he won Pocono last year, people always have to bring up Chase and when he's going to win and all that. And of course, everyone knows that they call him a choke, which I just still don't understand because he hasn't choked at all. People act like anytime he loses a race, it's the first time they see someone lose a race like that. That's not a true statement. Like at Phoenix in November, people said he choked away that race. When I was there and was listening to his team radio, they had older tires and they only were good on the short run. So and Kenseth had fresher tires. And he was just holding on for dear life to see if he can catch some lap traffic and stay ahead of Kenseth, but that just didn't happen. So he was like one spot away of making it to the Final Four. He would have already been in the Final Four if it wasn't for Hamlin, but other than that, there's that. What was I doing? So hopefully Pocono is a good race. I plan one day to go to that race. I plan on going to like every single track on a NASCAR circuit. So every track, let's see, Xfinity runs. Okay, no, he did not choke one away at all. He admitted that he kind of gave one away, but that's not considered choking. Dover was one of the races that he kind of gave away, and he admitted that, and I saw that when I look back on it. So other than that, he has lost races by like those mystery ghost cautions at the end of the race, or someone, or restarts, or just bad what are you talking about? I'm just lately I just seen a lot of memes about Chase and saying he's such a choke, and I just saw a meme, or an edit I should say, by a Kurt Hamlin fan saying, where it has like Jimmy Johnson in it, and that's not supposed to be like around winners because he hasn't won a race yet. And I'm like, you realize a win, his first win, by not racing him cleanly. Newman did hold him up, so I can admit to that. That's thank you. Someone admits that agrees with me. He did not choke that race, but he did kind of give it away by not blocking the high side where Busch was. But the thing is, Busch had much fresher tires and was kind of faster on that run. I do block people. It's just I got to the point where I just don't care anymore. They want to talk crap about my driver, then that's on. Yeah, that race still stings for me. So other than that, there's a lot of races that he should have won that sting, like Martinsville stung. Yeah, no one was trying to think he had a shot at making it to the next round of the playoffs, which was not going to happen. So I don't know why he was even trying. And the guy on the flag stand was telling him multiple times to like get out of the way of the leaders, but of course it's Newman, and he just wanted to be a jackass and ruin everyone's day. So yeah. But I did. So look, I plan on going to either the Vegas race or the Phoenix race in the fall for the playoffs. Yeah, Harvick was not the brightest person during Talladega. That's one thing that turned me off on Harvick, where he ripped like half the field. And oh wow, Scotland! I've always wanted to visit there because I'm part Scottish. Come to find out, but going to races are pretty exciting. It's a great experience if you haven't been to one. I've only been to 2 racetracks. ISM Raceway about 5 times, which is a really fun track to go to. But I'm ready to expand and go to either Vegas or like Texas or something like that. But I want to get to the Vegas race. I like Harvick too, just right now as a driver. Like I met Harvick, he's super nice. He was super nice to my nephew, who's going to be 2 this next week. But right now, the season, I'm just kind of sick of him winning all the time and dominating. So it's kind of like good to see him not win last week in Charlotte. but it was kind of a bad thing that Bush won again. I'm just ready to see someone new win this week. Hopefully it's Blaney, hopefully it's Chase, I don't know. It just needs to be someone else that's not those two. That would be great. I wouldn't doubt that he would win stage 2 or any stage for that matter, considering he's almost won at Pocono several times and lost it last year. But I was glad Blaney held him off as much as he did. So, oh yeah. He was kind of on his way there. He was one of the fastest cars on track. He's always pretty fast every week, so not gonna doubt that. It just seems like all the Fords are pretty dominant this year. Mainly Stuart Haas has it kind of figured out this year. Yeah, had Boyer snap a winless streak at Martinville. Harvick winning like 3 in a row. And just Almirola is the biggest shocker for me, because you would never have seen that 10 car near the front or competing for top 10s with Danica behind the wheel. So I do believe, I feel like Almirola can win this year with how dominant Stuart Haas has been. It's just nice seeing that car in particular be dominant, because you've never seen that car be dominant like that in a long time with Danica behind the wheel. So people can always say that they gave her, like, I'm not saying she's a bad driver, it's just she didn't belong in NASCAR. At first I was stoked about it, and then I got over it because she was kind of overhyped, and I feel like she was a little bit better in IndyCar. But that's just me. It's like she was always, her fans were always blaming this team for giving her like crappy equipment, when the whole team gets, all 4 cars are pretty much the same. The setup just is different. And it's just like with the Hendrick cars, when the 5 was running, people said they were giving Casey Kane like crappy cars and this and that, when all the cars were exactly the same. The same goes with Stuart Haas. So can't say that it was the equipment, it was the driver who was wrecking almost every week, blaming other people. So yeah, at least someone can agree with me on that. Like, don't get me wrong, I like Danica, but she's gonna come to a point where I'm just sick of hearing about her. I'm just glad she's retired and done with racing. Her NASCAR career and her Indy career both ended with her wrecking, which was not surprising to me whatsoever. So it's just that those teams waste money on someone who's just gonna wreck cars. So I just don't understand. So what is everyone doing today? Are you watching the Xfinity race today? So what's going on? What do you think about like the point standings right now? The bubble drivers with Chase and Stenhouse, they're like dead even in points right now. Got 300 cars in the top 16, so that's pretty exciting. Still waiting for Byron to kind of get up there and start running a little bit more consistently. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Byron, but I felt like he still needs to be in the Xfinity for like another year. But that's just me. I feel the same way with Suarez. Like when he came into the but yeah, Byron's doing decent, but I kind of expected more out of him. But granted, he came into a season where they are running the new Camaros and those are getting figured out. And being a rookie, that's not easy. So it's funny, people still consider, still call Bowman a rookie when he's not. If there's no yellow sticker on the back of his car, he's not a rookie. His rookie season was 4 years ago when he was running like underfunded teams' cars. So I just don't understand why people can't do some research on Bowman. Well, not just the 88s radio, a lot of drivers had that issue, like a handful of them. What's funny, the house I'm staying at, there's like no signal whatsoever to the TV. So, and I'm in Arizona, which makes like zero sense why I have no signal to watch this race. But I'm going to my house to get some things done and watch the race, and it's getting recorded currently. I record everything NASCAR related at my house, and my family just is irritated by that because none of them like NASCAR except for me and my dad. But I'm trying to get my mom into it and my nephew. Oh, that's cool. Never been to Virginia, so I've always wanted to go there. But I've been to the East Coast, so like a few times. See, Dale James said he would never talk about it. Eventually stopped. What does that even mean about Dale Jr.? I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, been to the East Coast a few times for family like reunions and oh yeah, he said that happened quite a bit when he was racing, but apparently has not stopped. It's the first I've heard of fans doing that, which is kind of pathetic. And what about that guy who was who got on the climbing the fence? That was kind of funny, but kind of stupid at the same time. I feel like it was just a drunk frat boy just trying to get attention. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'm originally from San Diego. Grew up in San Diego. Was born in Hawaii, of all places. I'm a military kid, so yeah, that was pretty funny. He was like trying to pull him down aggressively off the fence. But anyway, yeah, I'm from like I was born in Hawaii, mainly because my parents are Navy, retired Navy, and we were stationed in Honolulu. I don't remember much about living there because I was a baby and moved to San Diego when I was 3, so it was about 1994. Lived there for, I don't know, 20 something years. Then moved to Arizona, which I was not happy about, but I'm adjusting still 4 years later. I live about conversations with him at the local bowling alley when I was like 9. Oh, that's cool. Got to meet one of the Burtons. I have met who did I meet? Ryan Newman when back in 2006. He was a cool guy to meet. Granted, I was like 15, 16 years old at the time. and got his autograph when he was driving the number 12 Sony car. I have a die cast of that. I met him at Auto Club's Speedway when they're still running 2 races a year. Anyone remembers that? That race I saw Casey Kane win that race. I remember specifically because Kyle Busch ran out of gas. Casey Kane won in the number 9 car, when he was still running Dodge. So that was pretty exciting. So I have met, I met William Byron last spring, which was pretty exciting. He was running an Xfinity. Well, that's rude. You would think he would be more nice to fans and wanting to interact with people, but I guess not. Yeah, I was walking through the garage area, the pit area, in Phoenix last year before the Xfinity race, and I met William Byron, took a picture. He was a cool kid. This last time I went, back in November last year when they were running the truck race, I met Todd Gilliland. I don't really like or dislike Jeff Burton, honestly. Never really cared or not cared about him. So other than that, I've met Todd Gilliland. He was a cool kid, super tall. Everyone thought I was a midget compared to him, so everyone's taller than me at least. So I have not really met any other drivers per se. I was close to meeting Chase, but that didn't happen. So, and Alex Bowman. He does. It's kind of annoying. So he does say advantage a lot. So goodness. What else did I talk about? Yeah, I went to the Phoenix races last November, which was pretty exciting. Went to all 3 series, like the truck series race, which I've never been to, and it was a night race, which was really, really fun. Christopher Bell and Noah Gragson flag battled that entire time. But they each other out, was disappointing. Exciting race nonetheless. Oh, he did? I didn't see it because my signal's out currently. He always, this season is just nothing new for him. He always his cars in practice somehow. So I don't see why he still has a ride, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, Stenhouse is a subpar driver, and the fact he still has a ride amazes me. Roush is just in general is a kind of a not a good team anymore. Thank God Matt Kenseth is back part-time, because without him it's been like absolute hell. So people, when he came back, yeah, he does wheel hop every time they're at Martinsville. It's kind of funny and sad at the same time. But when Matt Kenseth announced he was coming back to Roush, I was excited. Oh, goody. The usual people in top of practice. I am not surprised. I'm getting sick of Busch at this point, honestly. Yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Again, that's not surprising. Larson in the top as a top Chevy, but he kind of struggled in qualifying yesterday, which I was kind of shocked about. But the surprising Chevy that qualified was Newman. He got into the top 10. I was like, where the heck did that come from? But we got all the Chevys are stepping the game up a bit in the qualifying game. I can't watch practice either, so my signal's still out at the house I'm in, so which sucks. But I'll watch it when I get to my house where the signal is not out and it's recording, so I'll be able to watch the race and while I get stuff done. Oh, that sucks. So, thing is, people complain about not having FS1 and not being able to watch. I'm like, that's not our problem. It's not NASCAR's problem. I'm glad to have FS1 so I can actually watch these practices and qualifying and all that. So, yeah. So, good for Blaney. I like him. I almost met him too in Phoenix back in March after qualifying. So, seems like a nice, cool kid. So we don't get commercials here during the race, but you guys get. The commercials are ridiculous. Like, we get more commercials in the race, to be perfectly honest. I just don't get it. Like, the show is the race. I don't care about Danica's GoDaddy commercial or Kentucky Fried Chicken. I'm sick of that damn commercial. So anyway, well, I'm gonna get off here. I got some stuff to do. Hope you guys have a great day and enjoy the Xfinity race and the Cup race tomorrow. So have a good day, guys.